Hi, thanks for tuning in to the Suburban Toronto Real Estate Sales Report. I'm Debbie Gonin-Braun from Team Gonin at RE/MAX About Town. At Team Gonin, we specialize in residential real estate in Oakville, Milton, and Burlington, Ontario. And today I'm going to discuss the latest sales results for these three areas. Just a reminder that I use information from two sources, the Oakville, Milton, and District Real Estate Board, or OMDREB, and the Realtors Association of Hamilton Burlington, the Hamilton Board, when compiling my statistics. The February highlights are as follows. The real estate market continues to remain slower, with two of the three towns or cities showing a decrease in sales year over year. There were 740 total sales reported on OMDREB for the month of February, and this is down 10.84% from February 2010. There were 1,072 total sales reported on the Hamilton Board, and this too is down by only about 3% year over year. New listing inventory has started to increase on OMDREB, with 1,271 new residential listings appearing on the Oakville-Hamilton Board for the month of February. The number of new residential listings that were reported on the Hamilton Board was 1,794, up about 22.96% over February last year. Amazingly, the average sale price in Oakville for the month of February is the second highest we've seen in the last 4 years. The highest one was last month, while the median sale price is also amongst the highest. Milton's average and median sale prices are up over February last year. And with regards to Burlington, the average sale price for February is the highest price we've seen in years, and the median price is also amongst the highest. The real estate market for 2011 is definitely off to a tremendous start. I've used charts to compare results for each town and city. Again, just a reminder that I'm not only comparing this year's results to last year, but I'm also reviewing those back to 2008. In the chart, the green color represents sales in Oakville in 2008, the gold, those in 2009, the red, 2010, and the green are for this year. For February, the results show that residential sales are down by about 18.4% from last year, but as you can see, up 85.4% from the numbers sold in 2009. Now you've got to keep in mind that the fall of 2008 through the spring of 2009 is when we had the crash, so obviously it's a great thing that we are substantially higher than then. The average sale price for Oakville for February was $642,729, and this is the second highest we've seen in the last 4 years. The highest one was last month, and is 9.7% higher than it was in February last year. As I always mention, I like to look at the median price. To me, it's a truer indicator of price, as it's the number that sits right in the middle of all sales, so it isn't skewed by one or two really high or really low sales. The median price for Oakville for the month of February was $496,500, and again, this is amongst the highest we've seen in the last 4 years. Unlike the other two towns, the number of residential sales in Milton for the month of February was actually up 4.4% from February 2010. Milton's residential average price for February was $384,216, which is up 0.8 or nearly 1% from last February. $362,050 was the median price in Milton for the month of February, and this is up 1.3% year over year and almost identical to where it was last month. Like Oakville, Burlington sales are down year over year, with 277 residential sales taking place in February, and this is down by about 6.1% when compared to those sold in February 2010. The average sale price in Burlington for February was $414,461, and this is up 8.2% over February last year, and as you can see in the chart, it's the highest average price we've seen since May 2008. The median price in Burlington was $362,991, which is up 1.7% over February 2010 and is also amongst the highest seen over the last few years. So what conclusions can we draw from these results? Well, the real estate market in these areas is definitely off to a great start. Real estate sales for Milton are up year over year, although they still remain down in the other two areas when compared to 2010. New listing inventory is starting to increase again, but is still substantially lower than where it has been in previous years. We are definitely in a more balanced market, however, we are still seeing multiple offers for homes that are priced very realistically and show well. As I mentioned last month, I don't think we will see the interest rate hikes originally expected for 2011, and I predict that interest rates will continue to be exceptionally low. Although affordability remains in check, I would also expect that growth for 2011 will be slower than we have had in the latter part of 2009 and the early part of 2010. I would predict that sales prices will increase by probably about 3% this year. The number of sales will trend upwards, but again, I would expect nowhere near the volumes that we have experienced in previous years. I believe that 2011 will be a strong and a balanced real estate market. What to do next? Well, if you're a buyer that's looking to buy a home within the next few months, I would recommend that you attend one of our latte and learning sessions where we offer free home buyer workshops. It's absolutely critical that you understand what the market is doing and what advantages there are for you. Not only will you have a great cup of coffee, but at the workshop you will learn about the entire buying process as we discuss all the details from start to finish, and we have presentations by all sorts of people involved in the process. The Home Buyer Workshop info can be found under the Buyers tab at the top of our blog site, www.suburbantorontorealestate.com. If your plans involve buying a home in the future, let's say 6 to 12 months from now, I would recommend that you start to get house lists sent to you free by email. This way you can learn and watch for yourself to see what the real estate market is doing. Again, if you go under the Buyers tab on the blog site, you can select which home lists you would like to receive. Well, that's it for today. Thanks for tuning in to the Suburban Toronto Real Estate Sales Report for Oakville, Milton, and Burlington, Ontario. My name is Debbie Gonin-Braun from Team Gonin at RE/MAX About Town. Have a wonderful day.